Well, Alf, it's happened. We have hit peak hysteria for Pokemon cards, Pokemon booster boxes, sealed product. Today we're going to talk specifically about Fusion Strike and the broader Pokemon card market. Now, if we go back 12 months, according to TCG Players sales, going back 12 months, this was a $140, $150 booster box that now is selling for 3 times that much, about up 300% approximately from 12 months ago, around $450, $475 per box. Now, many will say, oh, this is going to go to $700, this is going to go to $1,000, this is going to go to $2,000. But there are some very critical variables that I think that we need to keep in mind when we're talking about these sorts of things. Because I hear Pokemon YouTube channels saying the same thing over and over and over again. And what is that thing that they're saying? They're saying, oh, there's not enough available supply. Maybe it was Nostalgianomics that keeps saying it. There's not enough supply to be able to open the packs and that sort of a thing. So they're having to go out and pay market, which is probably true. But I think the one thing that we need to keep in mind when we're looking at this is there's not enough supply because they didn't print enough supply. There's not enough supply on the market because folks are choosing not to sell it right now. They're holding through this this rise up and through this FOMO and this euphoria that we're all going through now, including myself. I'm looking at, oh my God, Fusion, what are Fusion 3-pack blisters going for in comparison to the booster boxes and so forth? So we've seen recent sales at $450, $475. And one thing that I've noticed on eBay, because I'm kind of watching TCG Player as well as eBay, going back, I think yesterday, I didn't see any new listings on this that were above kind of that 450 or 470 threshold. But boom, right there, I saw a couple of listings pop up that were $500 free shipping. I think that this is kind of a reminder. Again, lots of supply of this stuff, lots of holders of this sort of thing, this sealed product. It just boils down to what is your price? What is your price that you say, you know what? I'm going to sell off of this. Maybe you bought that Fusion Strike box at $110, $120. Maybe you bought it pre-sale during release. You got it for $100 and now it's $500. 5x? Man, 5x in today's world. 5x, man, if you talk to any financial advisor out there, not here, not this channel, any financial advisor would probably tell you if you were able to 5x your money on Pokemon cards in a year or a year and a half, that's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. And so the real test for this is going to be how many of these folks unload. How many people are going to say, you know what, $5 is my selling price? Because everybody's got a price. Everybody's got a price. No matter what they say, I'm going to hodl forever. Well, if you buy a booster box for $150 and, let's say in 2 years' time, it's a $2,000 box. You might have been hodling and diamond handsing it. That might have been the plan, but then when you're faced with, I could just click a button and it's a $2,000 sale, you might change your mind. Everybody's got a price and that price could change as well. Maybe you've got other things now that you're like, oh, I want to get into this or that or whatever. And I feel like maybe this is a little bit overheated. You're going to think about it. Everybody has a price. Rudy at Alpha Investments. Maybe he's the only one that doesn't have a price, but even still, a Fusion Strike goes to $1,000 a box. All of a sudden, I'm sure he'll open it up to his patrons. I've got this available for you at $1,000 a box because he got it for $100. So yeah, he's going to make some of his holdings available. I'm sure of it. He's not going to sell all of it because what would happen if he sold all of it? All that product would be available all at once on TCG Player or on eBay, and it would be kind of race to the bottom type thing. If he went ahead and put 1,000 boxes up on eBay and just ran it at the 7-day auction, what would happen to prices? Would they sell for $500 a box? I don't think so. I don't think that they would. I don't know if there's enough demand. That would be the ultimate test of demand, is for a big whale to put out 1,000 boxes out there on TCG Player or on eBay or wherever and see, are there enough FOMOers or are there enough buyers in it to come in hot at these prices? Maybe the answer is yes, but we wouldn't know until it actually does happen. So again, just kind of keeping in mind that this is not a rare supply of the thing. You just have a lot of holders. You have a lot of people that are committed to holding on to it long term. But as these price points tick up, if it goes to $500, if it goes to $550, $600, there's probably going to be a price point where a lot of supply comes. If there's a $600, a $700 sale, let's say for Fusion Strike, we might see a lot of boxes come to market. If you bought it for $100, if you bought it for $150, and it's $600, $700, $800, I don't care what sort of, investing world, whatever thesis you've got, whatever your initial strategy was, it would be hard to hold. This is why most people, when you look at like, how come people never held on to first edition boxes going back in time? Or how come people didn't hold on to 52 Topps Manuals? How come people didn't hold on to X-Men 1s from 1963? Why didn't they do this over time? Because as prices rise, if they bought something for X and it's gone up dramatically at Y, and you don't know how high the ceiling is, but you know what can also happen is it can come back down as well. There's no guarantees in this game. There is no guarantees. And so we're going to have to see how this plays out. Can prices continue to rise up for these boosters? Absolutely. But what can also happen is the inverse. It can correct as well. And the way it will correct is if a lot of these holders, a lot of these sealed holders are like, you know what? This is a lot of money. I'm going to cash out. So what price point do you think for Fusion Strike in particular? And maybe let's throw in Evolving Skies. I keep hearing Evolving Skies is going to go to 2,000. It's going to go to 3,000. I got comments about it. Will it? Or will people say, holy smokes, I bought this at $200 or $300, $2,000 for Evolving Skies? I'm selling everything I've got. Let's see how it plays out. It's going to be very interesting. And the supply that's on the sidelines becoming available, that's really what's going to test this whole demand thesis that there is. Because right now, it's, there's so much demand, there's not enough supply. No. There's not enough available supply on the market. The supply exists. It's just in closets all over the world. All right, friends, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Stay healthy, stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.